and Jason's excellent explanation.
How's it hanging, dude? I have an exam later, and aerobic respiration is just me breathing, right?
Nah, fam. Aerobic respiration is like totally the process that the body performs so that we have energy to accomplish everyday shenanigans.
Seriously? I need you to give me a rundown for my exam.
Yeah, so dude, basically, look at this plant that I have right here.
It looks pretty funky.
Yeah, dude, but it's actually most useful.
But how?
See, aerobic respiration is basically one of two respirations. It's most important that you know this little thing called ATP.
ATP. So does that stand for adenosine triphosphate?
No. Oh, wait, never mind, dude. I totally assumed that you were wrong, but most miraculously, you got it right.
Okay, cool. Tell me more.
So you like chips? The crunchy sensation on your lips?
Most resplendently, but what about them?
Well, everything has glucose in it. I guess you can call it the building block of food.
That is almost definitely bogus.
Well, anyways, you're gonna need some glucose, bro. And on top of that, 6 oxygens as well.
But where is its final destination?
Okay, so it'll produce 6 carbon dioxides and 6 waters. On top of that, we get energy in the form of...
Oh dude, is it that ATP thing again?
Exactly. 38 ATP will be used for our most bodacious lifestyles.
Radical, dude. Give me more information on this unfamiliar subject.
Well, ATP is made up of this totally basic nitrogenous pentagon called the adenine, and a sugar called ribose, and 3 phosphate gangs. I guess you could call it fade. High five!
Right on, but what about glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain? Do all of these processes come together to make up aerobic respiration? It's most atypical for you to not mention that.
Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but I have all that in my head. Glucose is a sugar that's a 6-carbon ring structure that's broken all the way down into 2 new 3-carbon molecules. Her name is pyruvic acid or pyruvate. But in order for all this to go down, you need 2 ATPs invested to yield 4 ATPs and 2 pyruvates. It's like that one time you invested $2 into stocks and you came out $2 richer. Most outstanding. Then there's this energy-infused morsel called the NADH, and there's 2 of them. But audience, beware. Glycolysis can occur in anaerobic environments too.
Oh,
Wicked!
Primarily, one of the pyruvates is straight bullied, bro. It gets an electron stolen from its bare hands. Absolute reprehensibleness. One of the carbons locks 3 carbon chain bonds with an oxygen molecule and leaves the cell as carbon dioxide, which are some fishy undertakings, dude. What's left is a 2-carbon compound called acetylcoenzyme A, or acetyl-CoA. Then another NADH plus comes along, picks up the hydrogen, and becomes NADH, which is the ultimate Chad move. So our 2 pyruvates create another 2 molecules of NADH to be used later. Little NADHs.
Wait, so the Krebs cycle is going to produce 10 ADHs, which is roughly enough to make 3 ATPs each?
Ma'am, yes ma'am. However, you can't forget about the FAD2s.
FAD2s? What is a FAD2?
FADH2, since there are 2 of them and they make 2 ATPs each.
The process that forms ATP from an electron transport chain is also referred to as oxidative phosphorylation. A special protein called ATP synthesis allows hydrogen protons to move in and out of the mitochondrial membrane. In order to restore balance on either side of the membrane, electrons carried by NADH plus hydrogens and FDH2 are then transferred to oxygens by a series of electron carriers. And ATPs are formed. 3 ATPs are made from each NADH plus hydrogen, and 2 ATPs are formed for each FADH2.
Okay, wow, much info, but much appreciated, dude. I think it's all conglomerating most excellently. So in total, we made 2 ATPs for each pyruvate during glycolysis. We then made 2 ATPs in the Krebs cycle, and then totally bombarded with 34 ATPs in the ETC. Party on, dudes!
Gnarly activities. And just think, that is just for 1 molecule of glucose. Imagine how much your body makes in one totally eventful, rad day, dude.
Yeah, man, science is pretty outrageous. But This plant is still pretty silly.
Most heavily agreed.